The walls of South African politics are shaking tonight as President Cyril Ramaphosa finds himself trapped in one of the most devastating scandals of his career, while General Mkhwanazi, the man many see as the face of integrity and resilience, refuses to be dragged into the chaos of political games. This explosive clash of leadership and betrayal has set the stage for a confrontation that could change the future of South Africa forever. For those unfamiliar with the current storm, here's the backdrop. Ramaphosa, long praised for his anti-corruption stance, now faces a leaked audio that allegedly captures him confessing to using public funds to bankroll his political campaign. This comes at the very moment the National Anti-Corruption Advisory Council released recommendations for stronger accountability recommendations that Ramaphosa himself publicly supported. At the same time, General Mkhwanazi has been summoned to an ad hoc committee, but he has firmly stated that he will not be available due to commitments with the Madlenga Commission. His consultations are scheduled to wrap up on September 12th, with hearings on September 15th and 16th. To many South Africans, this is not just a scheduling issue. It's a symbol of where Mkhwanazi's priorities lie, with truth, with justice, and with the fight against drugs and killings, not with political theater. So, what exactly happened? A leaked recording, making its way across the political landscape like wildfire, allegedly exposes Ramaphosa admitting to channeling funds away from essential public services, funds meant for hospitals, schools, and communities ravaged by crime, into his own political machine. For a nation already weary of state capture, Eskom scandals, and collapsing municipalities, this was the breaking point. And in this moment of chaos, Sensom Chinu, the police minister, has also been suspended amid separate allegations of colluding with criminal syndicates. For ordinary citizens, it feels like every pillar of leadership is crumbling one scandal at a time. The very institutions meant to protect the people are now under suspicion of serving themselves. Mkhwanazi's refusal to play along with the ad hoc committee is striking. By focusing instead on the Madlenga Commission, he is positioning himself as a leader who puts justice and accountability first. His stance echoes his long fight against drugs and killings in South Africa, battles that remain deeply personal to communities suffering daily under the weight of violence. The events leading here are layered and painful. For years, South Africans have been told to trust in the system, to believe that commissions, inquiries, and councils would deliver justice. Yet, scandal after scandal has shown that those in power often escape accountability while citizens are left in despair. The leaked audio, if verified, is proof that even the highest office in the land is not immune to corruption. Why does this matter? Because every rand allegedly misused for political campaigns is a rand stolen from children who need classrooms, from hospitals short of medicine, from police stations that cannot protect communities like the Cape Flats. It's not just corruption, it's betrayal. For the ordinary citizen, this scandal lands like a punch to the gut. Mothers in Cape Town, fathers in Durban, and youth in Soweto are asking the same question. If our leaders steal from us, who is left to defend us? And while Parliament debates, people continue to live in fear, under the shadow of drugs and killings that have plagued communities for decades. Reactions so far have been explosive. Opposition parties are demanding Ramaphosa's immediate accountability. Social media is ablaze with anger, with hashtags calling for resignation, transparency, and justice. Civil society groups are preparing for protests, and the sense of betrayal is deeper than ever. But there is also a glimmer of hope, the hope that figures like Mkhwanazi represent. His decision to prioritize evidence and truth over political maneuvering resonates with people who want leaders that fight for justice, not for power. To them, Mkhwanazi's focus on the Madlenga Commission is a refreshing reminder that integrity still exists in leadership. Did you expect this twist? That a man once hailed as a champion of clean governance, Cyril Ramaphosa, would be caught in the storm of a leaked confession, while Mkhwanazi, long fighting on the front lines, would stand tall as a symbol of integrity. The possible consequences ahead are massive. If Ramaphosa fails to convincingly explain this leaked audio, his presidency could collapse under the weight of scandal. Parliament could be forced into dramatic decisions. Opposition parties will only intensify their push, and the global reputation of South Africa will be dragged deeper into crisis. How would your community respond if this happened there? If funds meant for schools, safety, and healthcare were diverted to fund political campaigns, would you stand quietly, or would you rise in protest? This scandal also raises questions about the broader system. If the president can allegedly divert funds, and a police minister can allegedly collude with syndicates, then what hope is there for accountability unless brave leaders, like Mkhwanazi, continue to stand firm? Across the country, there is a growing demand for a new kind of leadership, one that values integrity over influence, service over self-interest. The calls for accountability are no longer whispers. They are roars echoing across parliament, social media, and the streets. And the stakes could not be higher. South Africa is at a crossroads. Either it confronts corruption with the full force of its institutions, or it risks falling into a future where betrayal is normalized and justice is forever out of reach. As Ramaphosa faces this devastating scandal, Mkhwanazi's fight against drugs and killings becomes even more relevant. These are not just political debates. They are life-and-death struggles that define the fate of communities. When leaders fail, the people pay the price. Do you believe justice has really been served in South Africa, or is this yet another chapter of leaders escaping consequences while citizens suffer? This moment in history is not just about Ramaphosa or Mkhwanazi. It's about every South African who believes in accountability, transparency, and truth. It's about the future of children growing up in violence-ridden neighborhoods, hoping for leaders who will finally put their lives first. As the hearings of the Madlenga Commission approach, and as Parliament summons Ramaphosa, the truth will either emerge or be buried under political spin. But one thing is certain. The people are watching, the people are listening, and the people will not forget. South Africa is on edge. Trust has been broken, hope has been tested, and the fight for justice is at its peak. Whether Ramaphosa survives this storm or not, one reality remains clear. The age of empty promises is over. If you believe the truth must come out, hit the like button right now. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Ramaphosa will survive this? And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful real-life stories that expose corruption, demand justice, and shine a light on the truth. Because the fight for accountability is far from over. It's only just begun.